Hello and welcome to the Crossbridge Exchange update 2015 January. First of all, I'd just like to say I'm sorry I hadn't updated in about a year and 2 months, is it? I think it was November 2013 last time I put an update on, the first update. I'd just like to say sorry for that. I have had a few other projects on the go. I've had this work model which I've been doing for work on the go, and I've been doing a bit more on the Falls of Terror, and I've had lots of other things to be done as well. I'd just like to also say that I've done a fair bit on the model so far, which I'll show you in a minute, but I haven't done as much as I thought. Like I say, I've had other little bits and bobs on. So I'll just show you the first baseboard that you saw last time. I'd only done this one last time. It was just the hillsides which were done. So you can see that I've put the viaduct in. There's grass on the hillsides. It's not perfect in this one. It's just a base layer. So you can see that the viaduct is on. The viaduct is all scratch built. It's made of the wheels. I can't remember what these are, but for the bridges, the steel girder type bridges, which I've put on there. And then on the side it's the Wills stone walling kit, which has been hand painted up, which I'm not too keen on at the moment. I was originally, but now I'm not 100% keen on that, so I may redo that at some point, but I'm sort of leaving this bit for a while. So you can see that the water's going to go here for the river sort of area, river canal. It's probably going to be more of a river than anything. It's quite wide. So yeah, that's the river. I haven't done anything on the motorway as of yet. I'm still waiting to do the actual river first, but I have done a bit on the road here. A bit of scenery. I don't like that scenery. I'm going to rip that up. Start again. Some barriers. I think they're from Foller. They are. Got them with the Foller car road system, which I'll show you in a bit. I have installed that on one of the other baseboards, and then there's like a little car park there, just like country walks sort of thing. So you can see up here, I've done the viaduct which goes into the tunnel there. I've sort of started on this area. As I said, above there was going to be the theme park. At the minute it's just a mess, so that will be sorted out and the theme park will be built on the top of there. This is going to have like a stone walling effect, like on there. It's going to have a stone walling effect similar to this one over here, which you can see there, which is going to go on there. I made this out of the Pico plastic sheeting, which I've got over here. You can see, so you got it there. Not 100% keen on this. It's going to be painted, of course, to fit in with the rest of it. But I'm not 100% keen on it. I may change it, I may not. It's just because I got the tunnel mouths and it's more or less the same sort of stonework, so that's why I used that. I have started ballasting. As you see over here, I've got the wooden sleeper type code 100 rail. It's all Pico, as you can see all the way around there. The second baseboard I'll come to. The second one I did was this corner one, which is the barn. Not the barn, the farm area. And the sleeper there. Just over there. So you can see this is the farm area. This is more or less done, this baseboard. We've got a bit of a road up there. There's going to be a roundabout on there. A couple of signs. That's going to go off to the motorway, down to the farm. Yeah, it's all going to be a back scene now, I think. I'm not 100% keen on back scenes, so we'll just see how that goes for now. So you can see that this is all the farm area. I've got these British Telecom vans, which are pretty nice, the Land Rovers. Do actually quite like the British Telecom from the 1980s. So that's down there. I've started putting the telegraph poles in over here. It's a thing you don't really see on a lot of model railways now, a lot of amateur ones. Telegraph poles is the main one. I have used, it is, what is it now? It's a copper wire. I think it's a bit too thick, to be honest, to do the drop wire and the leading, which goes into the windowsill, because it was a common thing back in the 80s. But the type of wire is probably not what they would have used back then. It was probably the grey 2-pair wire, but I can live with black, to be honest. It looks alright, but it's probably a little bit too thick. I could probably do with putting it a bit thinner, to be honest. So I may do that with the further ones. Probably gonna. It's not gonna go across the railway line. It'd obviously go down, but I'm probably gonna carry it on up there, all the telegraph poles along there. So I'll just move on up to here now. You can see, as I was saying, I've put a roundabout in there. This was the old coal mine, but as it was the 1980s, coal mines were shut. So that's going to have a sort of back scene on there. I'm really not keen on back scenes. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. What I want, to be honest, is to make my own back scene, but I want to do it out of model pictures instead of real things, just so it fits in. I don't know why, I just hate back scenes. I always think they take it out of the model and just make it look naff, to be honest. So that's pretty much that on there. I have got the follow car system. I've only got this one van at the minute, but I am wanting to make my own in the end. So this British Telecom van will obviously move along in similar to the van. I'll just show you the van now. Now hopefully this works. It did take me about 2 weeks to get this to work, but it is slightly temperamental still at the minute, so I'll just show you this. So it's pretty simple, this. May knock it off here because I have changed the levelling of the baseboards. That seems to be hooking pretty much alright, does that? Yeah, that's absolutely fine. As I say, it took me about 1.5 weeks to get that right. It took me absolutely ages. I am going to do an update on the follow car system because I did make a lot of mistakes doing it this way. What I basically just did is I just laid the guide wires down and plastered over the top of it, which was an absolute nightmare. It was a massive mistake to make because the track wire has to be fairly close to the magnet, else it just loses track, and it were firing over this corner. It just wasn't picking up over here. I had to rip all this out and it was an absolute nightmare, so I do not wish to do that again. I may use the follow track bed. I may use something totally different. I haven't quite decided yet. So this stops here. I am going to continue down here. As I say, it's going to be the coal mine. There's probably going to be a bridge over here for access to the coal mine, which is obviously going to be disused. There's going to be no track on it. It's just going to be an old road bridge that goes over the railway crossing. And as I say, the track will continue on down here. Wooden sleep. It'll probably turn to concrete some way down there. So come to over here now. So you have a look over here. Yeah, as I say, this is going to be the theme park. Actually, I have invested in some follow items here, which I've not built yet. So I'll just show you these. This is Teacups Ride. What else have I got? I've also got a children's carousel. These are two I haven't built. The theme park is going to be loosely, and I do emphasise the loosely, based on the old Camelot theme park, which was in Lancashire. So it's going to be loosely based after that. I have got a swinging ship that I did use on the Skeleton Cove ride, but I've taken the Skeleton Cove. It was just taking up too much room, too much space, and I was never going to get it finished. So that's going to go into the new Camelot theme park on this layout. I am probably going to build a scratch-built roller coaster. That's not going to be for a long while yet. I don't really want to start on the theme park yet because it's going to cost a lot, and I'd rather just get a load more finished. So that's where we are on that. So as you can see down here, I've started on the depot. As you can see, you got the two-track main line, which is all in concrete down here. One thing that really winds me up with Pico is that in Code 100 they don't do concrete points, and it's wound me up because I really wanted to do it all in concrete, and I just think it looks a bit naff having them points that are wooden sleeped on a concrete main line. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I think, to be honest, I am going to put a track laying gang there, put a load of concrete sleepers out, make it look like the they're in the process of changing it out, but I don't like it. I've put the depot, left that in wooden sleeper, as it's going to be like a 1900s Victorian style depot. So I've done this. This is a Wills kit. I'll show you a picture of Wills kits. This one here. It is the 2-road engine shed. Don't like it, to be honest. Don't like the doors, don't like any of that, so I've basically just scratch built it. It's kind of a scratch built kit yourself. All you get is a load of the Wills. I'll show you here. All you get is a load of the Wills sheets here. So what I've done is I've bought 2 of these kits. I'm going to have to buy a lot more, of course, to finish the old depot off. But 2 of these will suffice for basically 2 sheds here, because it doesn't give you an interior either. So what I've had to do is double the walls up like that. I've painted it all myself. It's taken quite a while to do that. And that's glossy. It's Humbrol. The Humbrol matte coat is just, it's absolute useless. It is not matte at all. It's just glossy. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. If anyone could recommend something that is slightly matte, I just cannot get the matte to look right on this. As I say, that doesn't look too bad on the outside. It still looks a bit new to me. I could do with weathering it up a bit. I've only done one of the bits of roof. What I'm going to do when I put the drain pipes on is I'm going to do a load of water scale marks, like it's filled up and overflown and leaves have got blocked up and all like that. So I'm going to sort of white it down there and make it look a bit weathered on the outside. But as I say, it goes that way. Then on the inside I've done sort of wooden roofing. I don't really know if that's any sort of, I don't know if that's correct or anything. I'm not basing it off any depot. It's just it just seemed better than just having the grey slab on the other side. And I know that some old Victorian depots were sort of wood clad on the inside, so I've just sort of made that up really. But it looks alright, to be honest. It still needs weathering a bit more. The only thing I'm really happy with on this is the interior. You can see the white brickwork, which I'm really happy with, because I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And you can see the mucky windows there as well. One thing I will recommend from Humbrol is the dark brown wash. Absolutely fantastic stuff is this. I couldn't recommend it highly enough. It has really helped with the weathering of this model. I haven't got an airbrush, so I can't do detailed weathering very easily. And I've never really been into weathering before. This is a whole new thing for me. But I have found in this it looks absolutely fantastic. This is just with the dark brown weathering wash on the inside. I've just painted it white, and then I've run it over with a paintbrush with a brown wash, and then rubbed it off with a cloth, and it just looks really dirty and grimy, and how I really want it to look, especially this back wall here. I did the same on the outside, and then obviously I've put the sort of soot look on it, just sort of dabbed a dry brush effect on it. I am going to do a little series on this, on how to build the depot. I'm going to build the 2 sides for the back first, and then show you how I've weathered it up and how I've made it look like this. Made it look slightly more detailed than it does on the picture, or when you get it in the box, which is just the normal Wills horrible plastic. Just plastic. Yeah, which I hate. Needs painting up, it needs weathering. As I say, the roof isn't done yet. I did run out of the Humbrol dark wash. I've been to get some more, so I'll probably do that sometime today or in the next week. As I say, I've had to buy a few more sheets than are in the kit, because it does take up more doing the interiors. I've made a few mistakes, I have to admit, but most of all it looks alright. But I think the thing with modelling is you do end up making mistakes, and you end up coming back on it. The thing is, with engine sheds, I really wanted a specific one, and I don't think there's that big a range of engine sheds out there. There is this one from Scale Scenes, but I didn't want to do it in cardboard. But I really like this one from Scale Scenes. That's why I've gone sort of with the gable and this style engine shed with this. But I didn't really want it in red brick, but I think it'll be alright, to be honest. I wanted it in stone, and everything around it is stone, but it should be alright. Should be alright. And then what I'm going to do on the inside is I'm going to put like strip lights across each one, sort of put a little white sort of strip light around, sort of make it out of plastic card. But I will show you, I'll make a series on it really, show you how to do it, make it look good. So that's pretty much that really. I am going to carry on doing the rest around there. I have come a long way in the past few weeks. This is all in the past few weeks, to be honest. As I say, I haven't really had much chance last year to do anything on this really. I've had too many big projects on, work, other commitments. But as you can see, it's coming along alright, to be honest. So I'll probably see you in another update. Hopefully I'll do one pretty soon. I'll try and do one. I have got other commitments, but we'll try and do some updates, and I'll show you how to do some bits of weathering. As I say, I am learning myself, so I can't really guarantee it'll be brilliant. So, but I think this building has shown that it is quite easy to achieve a sort of weathered detail with not much effort, to be honest. It isn't that much effort. It does take a long time, it does take a lot of patience, but it's not a lot of effort to do this. I'll just show you a couple of other things actually that I have installed. So if you see over here, I've put my computer up here. This is going to be a DCC layout. You see down there I've put my computer. I've got a sound system that's just for watching films. So I've put my computer up here. It's just on a little shelf in case I ever want to change the screen for a bigger size. I am going to use the Hornby, I can't remember what it's called now, but the new Hornby one which just connects to your computer. Because I want to use the Railmaster software. I don't know how good it is. I have seen certain reviews on it. I know it doesn't work very well with Windows 8. Luckily this is Windows 7. I did have a laptop which was Windows 8, but that's probably why I moved this computer up here. Because it's Windows 7, it's a lot better with hardware than Windows 8. So that's pretty much that. So this is pretty useful, having the computer up here, because you can plan stuff, you can look at pictures of like engine depots, you can look at detail. It's pretty handy having it up here. And then when it's DCC I'll be able to control everything off here, and it should all run properly. So that's pretty much everything this update. Alright, I'll see you again. Don't forget to subscribe if you like, and actually like and favourite. Thank you, bye.